Going on, good people of YouTube? It is me, Chavez, back with another Prize Picks video for today, Monday, January 23rd, 2023. We got 7 games in the NBA, and I'm excited. Posted a video super early this morning, or super late, depending on how you look at it. Definitely well after midnight. Was just a very early look at what Prize Picks had up on the board. Wasn't a whole lot. Boston, Orlando, Atlanta, Chicago, and Utah were listed, but none of the other teams were. But now, as you can see, as of 2:35 p.m. Central Time, a lot of props are up on the board for you to pick from. I have a few that I want to share with you today, and I'm gonna give you a couple of reasons why I like these plays so much. And we're gonna start off with Mr. Jakob Pertl over 12 and a half first half PRA. And when you look at his numbers on the season, or at least over the last 5 games and 10 games, you see a lot of green. But I don't want to stop there, because I also want to share with you a couple things about his matchup tonight, because he and his teammates, not him by himself. The Spurs are playing the Portland Trailblazers, who give up a ton of production to the center position, 26th in the league in center defense. And I just want to scroll down here and show you what centers have been able to do against this front court of the Portland Trailblazers. Out of all these centers, Joel Embiid was the one that did not hit his prop, but still ended the night with 43 PRA, which is a huge number. The thing that stands out to me here is that you see names on this list that aren't bona fide Hall of Famers, outside of Embiid and Jokic. So it's not like the Trailblazers are being worked over by, all-stars, top 2, top 3 centers in the league. You got guys like Thomas Bryant crushing them for 46 PRA, Jared Allen crushing them for 40 PRA, Wendell Carter Jr. crushing them with 33 full game PRA. So I like Jakob Pertl's chances of clearing his first half PRA prop of 12 and a half. I went ahead and locked that one in already. The second prop I want to share with you is in the 3-point made category, and it's D'Angelo Russell over his 3 points made versus the Houston Rockets tonight. I think he can do it. His line is set to 2.5. These two teams just played each other, and D'Angelo Russell hit him up with 4 3-pointers made, 1 in the first half and then 3 in the second half. And he's actually done it a couple times to the Houston Rockets. Back in early January, he hit him up with another 4 3-pointers made. I think he can do it tonight. These teams just played. You can see the Rockets are so bad at so many things. It pains me to say it, because I'm a Houstonian. I grew up watching the Rockets. They are so bad right now at just defending pretty much anything. And so 30th in the league versus 3-pointers allowed, 3-point percentage allowed, 22nd in the league against shooting guards. I mean, let's just take a look at what shooting guards have been able to do, or guards have been able to do against the Houston Rockets. I mean, there's a lot of green check marks here. LaMelo Ball didn't hit his prop, neither did Kendrick Nunn or Norman Powell, but D'Angelo Russell, 4 3-pointers made. Edwards, 8. Between these 3 players, they're on the same team. 13 3-pointers made back on Saturday. 13. You had Rozier, you had Ball combined for 5 3-pointers. Patrick Beverly hit him up with 3 3-pointers. De'Aaron Fox with 3. Malik Monk with 4. So on and so on and so on. There you see D'Angelo Russell down there on the 8th. He and Edwards combined for another 7 3-pointers made. I mean, yeah, the Rockets are just giving up a ton of points behind the arc. So I do like D'Angelo Russell's line of 2.5 3-pointers made today. So I went ahead and locked that one in there as well. Yesterday, I mentioned Derek White. He was my thumbnail cover. With Malcolm Brogdon and Marcus Smart both being out of tonight's game, it's just going to open up more opportunity for Derek White to produce, and I think he can do it when given the time and opportunity this season and last season, Derek White has come through, and he does a little bit of everything, right? He's not going to lead the team in scoring, but he's going to play both ends of the floor. He's going to hustle. He's going to steal. He's going to block shots. He's going to drive. He's going to draw the foul. He's going to hit open threes, rebounds, assists. He can do a little bit of everything, and before you know it, at the end of the half, he's got 16, 17 fantasy points, and you wonder how he did it. It's because he does all the little things. So I do like his chances of hitting this score for us. And then Walker Kessler. Now, this is not a household name, but man, he's actually in the running for, I think it's Rookie of the Year or Defensive Rookie of the Year. It was on TNT, but he's in the top 5, and it's because he's been getting more opportunities, seeing more playing time, and just really, really lifting that Jazz defense. But he's also been contributing in offensive categories as well. So let's take a quick look at Walker Kessler's numbers over on props.cash. And we're going to toggle over to first half. Walker Kessler, PRA. And you can see 3 out of the last 5 games, he has hit 12.6. His prop today is 11.5 PRA. We need him to hit 12 to clear that for us. The Charlotte defense is bad, almost as bad as the Houston Rockets, but they're pretty bad. 16th versus centers, so not quite as bad as the Rockets are versus shooting guards. But we don't need Walker Kessler tonight to dominate and to be the player of the game. We just need him to hit 12 PRA in the first half, and I think he can do it against this Charlotte defense. Let's take a look at what centers have done when playing Charlotte. Out of the last 8 games, got a 4 out of 8. You got 4 games out of 8 that hit. So Clint Capella cleared his line. Al Horford cleared his line. Christian Coloco cleared his line, and Miles Turner cleared his line. Robert Williams fell just short of his line. On both games, Robert Williams fell 1.5 and 0.5 short on his line. Horford fell a little short on this line, but then came back. You can see here he cleared it by almost 10, by over 10. So centers are having a really, really good time versus the Charlotte defense. I like Walker Kessler to contribute to that and hit him up for 12 PRA in the first half. So I wanted to just bring that one to your attention. If you weren't on Walker Kessler, take a look at some of his numbers, and if you feel confident enough in that play, go ahead and lock him in. So these are just a few plays that I'm adding to my slips. In addition to yesterday, we talked about Vucevic first half props because those were not released yet, and then his full game fantasy score, which were not released at the time of making that last video. So let's just pull up Vucevic's props real quick, and you can see that his points are set to 18, rebounds to 12 basically. But fantasy is what we're looking at. So 39.5 fantasy score. When we did the math last night, we noticed that over the last 5 and 10 games, he's averaging almost 50 fantasy points per game. I said that if his fantasy score prop came out tonight and it was in the low 40s or high 30s, that would be way too low. Go ahead and lock that one in. Same goes for his first half fantasy prop at 19.5. I think that's too low for Vooch. I think he can get it done for us tonight versus the Atlanta Hawks. And then I mentioned Alperen Sengun, who has just been playing really, really good basketball. He is the best player on the Rockets team by far. He's better than Jabari Smith. He's playing better than Jalen Green. He's running the show right now. They need to keep running the offense through Sengun. Fantasy line for the first half set to 21.5. I do like him to hit this. Regardless if Rudy Gobert is in the lineup, I don't care. I think he could do it against this Minnesota defense. These two teams, again, they just played on Saturday night. Gobert is questionable tonight. If he happens to sit, I think this is a smash spot. I do think that the line will go up depending on when it's announced if Gobert sits. But if Gobert plays, I think Sengun can still get this done in the first half. And then if you want to take a look at what his full game fantasy is, you can see that it is also set a little too low, in my opinion, at 43.5. So either one of these, but I do like his first half over full game. That's just kind of what I like rolling with. I have had more success rolling with first half props more than not. So that's what you'll see in my slips a lot of first half props. I really, really like rolling with those. So lastly, I just want to show you what I rolled with yesterday in terms of NBA picks. Didn't run too much out there. Had a 5-pick flex that almost hit. Needed Westbrook to come through with 4 more PRA, and we would have clean swept that lineup. Ran a 2-pick power play with Desmond Bane and Julius Randle. You can see that hit over their first half fantasy and PRA. And then in terms of my NFL picks, my game theory for the Bengals and Bills game did not go well. I really expected the Bills defense to get after that Bengals offensive line being banged up and missing 3 starters. I thought it was 2, but they were missing 3 starters, and put pressure on Burrow, which would lead to them getting more sacks, leading the Bengals to punting the ball more, definitely leading to Burrow not throwing for a bunch of yards. And if the Bills have the lead going into the third and fourth quarter, Josh Allen does not have to pass the ball as much. He will have to he will more than likely maybe run the ball a little bit more. Maybe James Cook runs the ball a little bit more. And yeah, I thought that had a good chance of hitting. Also, banged up offensive line. I thought that Joe Burrow would have to get rid of the ball a little faster, making Hayden Hurst an easy target on some of the underneath stuff. Joe Mixon catching more passes out of the backfield. So really, really depended. These lineups depended on the success of the Buffalo Bills, and you can see that they did not have much of that yesterday versus Joe Burrow, and he just carved them up. So yeah, my NFL picks did not play out that well. I did win a little money, largely due to the San Francisco-Dallas game, because as you can see, I was one Tony Pollard broken foot away from more than likely hitting this number. I thought that they both had a good chance of combining for more than, I think it was 110 yards on the ground. But as soon as he broke his ankle, I knew that lineup was sank, but still came away with $25. But hopefully today will bring us a little bit more success, and hopefully at the end of the night, I will see you all in the winner's circle. Leave me a comment below letting me know what your favorite player prop of the day is, and also let me know what you think about my player props. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do you disagree? Either way, I'd like to know what you're thinking, and I truly appreciate the time you're taking to watch this video. And until my next one, Chavez is out.